Now, in our house, roast potatoes are never left over.
I was about to say.
Because you just shove them in the gravy.
that.
Exactly. So also mashed potato, but key, of course, being an Irish dish, is lots of good potato in there as well. So again, that goes in. If you really want to do, I mean, this is great. Mashed potato as well binds it. It's not entirely necessary because we've got the egg to bind it as well.
Oh, OK. So, Christine,
yes,
is this the type of thing you're going to be cooking tonight?
Of course it is, yes. We will all be eating this in my household tonight. Yeah, no, I have to say, I mean, this is the sort of thing I would make.
Yeah.
Not probably as nice as you'll do it, obviously, Tom, but it's an easy one, as you say, and it's something that if I can throw everything in together like that,
That's all
I don't
it
have
is.
too much measuring to do, it's easy.
I mean, this is my sort of cooking. Measuring, I get scared of measuring. I get scared of baking and things like that.
I'm too too lazy to measure.
Well, exactly. And this is just, you can see a handful of this, very clean hands, of course.
Of course.
A whole egg just beaten to bind it all up together. I put some salt and pepper in there. Hot sauce. Which, depending on... I put some chilies, basically, so I've cooked some spring onions, some onions, and some chilies. Now, it depends if you don't like chilies, don't put the chilies in. This just adds a little bit of acidity.
Yeah,
I like hot sauce.
It's not overpowering at all. That is, I would do that as well, a little drop of Tabasco,
And you've got your parsley, and then you get to the sort of fun bit of just mixing it all together.
Squeeze it all together.
And this, again, the children like doing this sort of thing.
So it's a bit like a sort of bubble and squeak, but with beef in it.
Well, exactly. And you can add cabbage. You can add pretty much anything that's left over in the fridge or fresh. I mean, I don't mean anything, but, you know, if there is sort of peas or cabbage, no, yoghurt would be pretty right.
I do it with bacon as well.
Yeah, I actually put some bacon in as well. Really nice, crisp smoked bacon. And then it's just a question of, you know, making it. As you can see, the patties have been made by the proper pros, or rather more pro than mine.
But quite big, aren't they? So they're sort of like a big old burger size.
They are, and they're burgers. You can make them as small as you want, you can make them as big as you want. And what you do is you just move these out of the way here. And there's butter and oil. Butter for flavour, obviously, and a bit of oil.
And how long would that take to cook?
Now, I'd say about 6 or 7 minutes each side. You know, you want
I guess because everything's cooked inside, so you haven't got to worry too much about...
Exactly. So there's not the usual worries of sort of health and safety and the rest of it, which, of course, is very important, you know, health and safety and all that.
Yes, you're right.
Yes, of course. But, yes, so it sort of cooks away, and you really want that lovely, crisp, crunchy brown crust.
That's the
key.
Then
all there is here is a poached egg. Now, this looks very chefy.
I'm rubbish at poaching
eggs.
eggs.
So am I, Holly, I can't do it.
One thing about...
knack.
The real key to poaching, I'm afraid, is get the freshest eggs you can find. The fresher the eggs are, the more the white holds together. You don't have to do any vinegar or mucking around.
So you wouldn't spin that or do any of that?
Well, that's a sort of very chef vortexy thing. You could do that. I don't, because I'm opposite of a chef. I'm a sort of home cook. But really, the key is what you know. You can cook them how you want, but the fresher the egg, if you're lucky enough to have your own chickens, which of course most people don't, that's the best thing of all. But as fresh as you can possibly get, and then you can just put them in ice water.
I see that you've done that.
And reheat them up very, very easily.
That's a very good idea, isn't it?
So it's... but I hate it when poached eggs taste too much of vinegar. You know, they sort of
do.
overwhelm me. Like
the whites all
taste
funny.
Exactly.
Are you a good cook, Christine?
I'm all right. I'm not very confident, if I'm being honest. I'll cook for me, cook for everyone at home, but... yeah, if you came round, I'd be nervous that you didn't like it.
Really? I'm a feeder. I'm the best guest.
No, I'm such a feeder. I want people to enjoy it. So I put pressure on myself.
Yeah.
But I love trying things, I have to say.
I'm going to try this.
Yeah.
This looks good.
But, so, I mean, as you got all in it, as we put in a bit of that, you know, the spring onions and the onions. So it's just layer after layer of flavour, but nothing difficult or scary. That's the absolute key, I think. Is,
so where does the egg go? Just on top of it?
Goes on top. And if you wanted to be proper, you'd use a fried egg fried in butter. But I think, well, you know, healthy isn't always good. But a
fried egg fried in butter?
Yeah, because you have to fry eggs in butter.
I do.
Because, you know, that's the only way you get flavour. You know, oil has many, many great...
butter, yeah, it's the key to everything, isn't it?
Fried slowly in butter and spoon over, you know, the butter on top, and then it just becomes... Oh, butter is the key to everything.
Butter is the key to everything.
OK, so we've got that.
So, right, what are you waiting for that to do, then? Just kind of get soft in the middle?
Just heat up again. I mean, it's totally cooked. It's been chucked into cold water, so it's stopped cooking. And all I'm doing is reheating it now, so it's all nice and reheated. And another key thing, I think, with poached eggs is you really want to just put it... you know, dab all the water.
To get all the excess water.
Yeah, I can't stand it when it's all water.
Exactly, and it starts sort of making it... Now, here, as you can see, these are all browning very, very nice. Let's have a look. How's that going?
They smell lovely. Oh, that's the bit, that's the tasty bit,
and that's that crispy, lovely, caramelly